spawning? Oh well, guess I just have to kill players. See one now. Didn't. Didn't.
Yeah, I can go set up
Did,
an
did,
healer.
did, did. He dodged. Oh, he hit me. Ah, skeleton! They spawn. They respawn. Let's fight the skeletons together.
Yeah, the skeletons are back. Who is stuck in the roof?
Man, I'm
I
really
can
bad at
teleport
this.
you
He's
somewhere.
no longer stuck.
Yeah, I am out.
I almost hit the player.
Overlord?
Dang it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I teleported it. He's
There
not
we go.
there
I hit him
anymore.
now.
Yeah. Okay, it's dropped right here on me.
There's only one attack with the sword, and it's really big, so. Me and the skeleton are both missing each other constantly. Oh, you got him. Good job. You can just dodge. It takes so long, and there's no like short attack.
Yeah, not for the big
I had to
boy
like
weapon.
plan it out. If I want to hit somebody, I had to be like, dodge me, and hit where they're gonna roll to. Oh, skeletons!
You
Nice,
found the
I got
beer?
one. Ow, you hit me. What? Oh no! No! Haha! Heal, heal. Heal, heal! Ow. You hurt me. I don't like that. What? Ow! No. No, get away from me. I don't like you. Ow. Ooh, ow. No, bad.
For now, because if anybody logs off and crashes,
There is no.
Me and the skeleton can't hit each other because we're both using this giant sword and just missing every time.
It's hard to hit it. Hit someone with it,
Ooh,
but
get hit, get hit. Ooh,
when you
hit me now.
do, also.
Oh, you got him. What does the experience do right now? Nothing.
Not that I've seen.
In like the yellow bar or
The bottom bar, whatever it is, the like lime or not what teal bar.
the bottom one, like the
The very bottom, yeah.
turquoise one, would be for healing. That's it will fill up when you are fighting. If you use your heal powers, it will decrease.
Ah,
And
so it's just not active right now.
It's not active yet. And the yellow bar would be poised like in Dark Souls.
Okay. I'll save you. Hold on, guy that's dying. I'm here to save you. Fell for it. Oh, I missed. I gotta. Daggone it, man. I can't even hit a man standing still. Got him.
Oh, you want to fight, noob?
Oh, there you go. I gotta switch swords, man. Is there a way to quick swap between weapons?
Yet. There would be some quick slots, but they are not implemented yet. I think you are fighting with Samdo.
Oh.
That's
So good luck.
Just murking him.
He's the one who built it, so build the fighting style. So good luck.
I am the Black Knight. Oh, nice clothing there. Very protective. Yeah, get over here. Get over here. Skeleton, fight him with me. Together.
Oh, he parried? Oh, he parried me.
Nani?
Yeah. He's a master in fights, so. Oh,
Oh, nice. I parried somebody now. So it actually like stuns them whenever you parry.
See, you are testing the stability of the healing.
Yep. Oh.
There used to be a bug as well. That's if you have too many heals, it will crash the server. Happy that we fixed it before.
Oh no, he stunned me. Well, it's rude of you.
Nice to see that's only black armor. You know, we are so recognizable because of that. That's the reason
Yeah.
of all the things we are talking about the uniqueness and recognizing. When we started, everyone was naked, so you couldn't tell who is who. But now you can probably might tell who's who. Kind of
Yeah,
good.
you can make it out a little bit based on their armor
Aha.
and weaponry. Who murdered
That-
me?
That was me.
We killed both
You will
of
die.
in one swing.
Come at me.
He came behind
Yeah,
you.
fight me.
Bring it.
Oh, we got a intense fight going on.
Wait,
Get over here. Don't run away.
Ow.
Ow, I'm out of stamina. Ha! Get stabbed. Ooh.
Aha.
dead.
Oh! Even with 5 stamina, 5 health.
Yeah, 5
Yeah, he only
HP.
had 5 health. I kept hitting him, but he wouldn't die.
You also healed? You were cheating.
Nah. You cheated. Oh, what? I rolled into it.
It's all my prediction.
Dun, 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 dun.
You must feel the force.
What do you think about the combat?
I like it so far.
Quite nice.
I mean, it can be, the directions can be a little wonky sometimes
You mean
with the
like
bigger
sluggish?
weapons. Well, not really sluggish, but just like you swing in a direction, and with a bigger weapon, I think the range of attack should be a little bit wider because it's so narrow that if you like hit right by the person's shoulder, you miss them.
Ah.
But you know, if you are using the hammer all the time, you are starting to be pro. You
Yeah.
will get into like how are the animations situated, and where are the frames that you have to hit, and that will make you the master of a big hammer. So
Yeah. Okay. I feel that.
Need some better clothes.
So it's all about pride and accomplishment. Let's go.
exactly.
It's the name of the game. He said it.
Ow, ow, I'm getting ganked.
I'm gonna kill you, bro. Get over here. Ow! How did you just do damage to me?
I didn't.
I can't see. I ran into my own vision.
Just with a scratch.
Yes!
And usually I play with fast weapons in games, but I don't have any fast weapons.
Attack speed, yes. Pretty good.
Haha, I died.
Man, I wish I had still had the flaming swords.
You can't get me.
Guys, don't forget to recenter the VR.
Yeah,
Once
regularly.
you know, because if you move in your chair, you can drift.
Yeah, I move in my chair a lot. That's a bad habit.
Health is a good habit.
How many times have you healed yourself? Because you just have a permanent healing bubble around you right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's, there's
It's kind
no
of funny.
slowdown on it. No cooldown, sorry.
Ooh! I got
Wait,
him with
what?
the backswing! Yes!
But I
I only had 2 health left.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have to
See.
escape. Oh, there's another player here. Hello, other player. Naked man.
Oh.
I want to test something out really quick. See how it plays out.
I need to find the magic ones.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to find some myself.
One time overall, you were so near. You just
What?
miss it. It was right in front of you one time, but you totally miss it.
Oh wow.
It was quite a time ago, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shit. It doesn't help a lot. Oh, my VR's having a seizure. My eyes.
Okay, let's see how my test works. Doom doom da da doom doom da da doom doom da da doom 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 da da doom doom. Someone's just murdering Samdo over and over.
Are you sure it's him?
It might not be Samdo. Actually, that might be Professional Noob, because Noob had all blue armor, right? Saw you following me. I mean, that's not me. Who am I? I'm in disguise. No one knows who I am.
Hmm.
So far, the disguise has worked. No one's recognized me until I talk and give it away. I like that mechanic. As long as you're wearing a helmet, no one knows it's you. There was a game I played called Life is Feudal, Your Own. I played on an RP server, and I tried RPing as like a spy in another place, but they already knew my name, but you're not supposed to know names. Like if someone wears a helmet, you're not supposed to be able to recognize them. And they never saw me without a helmet on, but they still chose that they were gonna metagame, and it just broke all immersion and all fun. So it's like having a game where you don't have a choice but to really be immersed and really RP. I love it. Oh, that hurt.
Ooh. Okay, so the sword was 70 damage.
Yeah. I've
Well,
done a
if you
little
go
bit more with
if you
mine.
go to the inventory, it'll show
Oh, I hit the
you.
wrong button. Frick! I'm dead. I hit my
It'll show you
inventory
how
Oh,
much
button.
damage
no,
it does in
that-
inventory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. It shows you the rolls and everything else that's based on
Ah,
your
I'm
Oh,
stats.
on fire.
yeah.
It's based on your stats, so it looks like we don't have any stats right now.
We all have 10 base stats. All right, I'm gonna put back on my black armor. I don't like these crappy peasant clothes.
No, the 10 is a percentage roll of your stats. So the 0 would be the stats. So right now we're at 0 stats.
Oh yeah, damage 70.
Mine just says
0 times 10.
oh yeah, 0 times 10. I see that now.
Yep.
So I see strength 10, agility 10, intelligence 10 on the player's status.
Oh, really? Wait.
Yeah, if you hit start like 2 times, 3 times, you'll see player status.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right then. You're correct. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't even know that I could do that.
I'm gonna go check the shops and see if they have anything new, or if they're all still bought out. I really like that feature because that means we're gonna actually be able to make a supply chain of crafters coming in and dropping off swords of varying qualities, shapes, sizes, different types of weapons. Maybe people will only start buying from certain stands because of the person who goes in there and sells off all these high grade weaponry. That'll be cool.
You can also just trade people for money.
Yeah.
If you know a good supplier.
Ow. That hurted. Drop it. I don't like to be beat. Wait, can you? You can't dual wield, can you? What's this table do?
What? Did you just throw your...
He's a dev man. He throws whatever he wants.
Mhm.
Oh wait, you can buy beards?
Look at the. I'm spamming my heals, and my God, look at how many status screen. Status.
Oh, you can buy a beer.
Yeah.
Look how many
look
status
at-
effects you can add on the right side.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't want to spam mine.
Wow.
I already know how it's gonna play out terribly. If only the tavern were open, we could all have a drink. But you know, doggone COVID. I mean, we can fight and murder each other to the death, but
Yep.
can't meet up in a tavern. Sad.
You can find the beer and you can drink the beer.
Wait, really?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Give me beer. Give me. Ow! Stop it. Give me beer.
find it.
Ugh.
It's not that hard to find the beer.
Is hard or is not hard?
It's not that hard.
Not that hard. All right, I'm gonna go to where I think beer would be.
The tavern is closed due to COVID-19.
Yeah, but there's still cask in the cavern. Tavern. In the
And
cavern.
I'm looking for any interactable objects.
Yeah. Make sure you hit X to actually interact and see if
Mhm.
anything pops up.
Yeah.
Try that big cask over there that has like the bottle symbol on it. Maybe.
I tried it already, but it didn't work.
Oh.
I'm trying to find a beer in a water.
Oh my God, I'm on fire.
Beer in
In the
water?
water? Like
There
go
is a
into the
wa-
water?
There's a no. There is a water symbol on a barrel. We
Uh-huh.
are trying to
Oh,
find beer in a water
oh, it's
barrel.
water battle.
Ah. Failure. Ooh, what is that? Some kind of an urn?
It's a bush.
It says
I
whenever
mean,
you climb up to the top that a voice is calling out to you from the lake below. I
I
wonder
know. I tried to
what
find it, but I
that
couldn't find anything.
means.
I did not find anything there.
Maybe you need to look harder.
I looked pretty hard.
Maybe you need. So yeah.
Even harder. I'm gonna go dive in there and have a look.
You should. I hope you find it.
I hope I do too. Then I can
Oh
claim
no, the
myself
water
as the
was
ultimate
making me lag.
explorer.
I think that there is only one. So who will be the one?
Oh man, the underwater right now is super blue for me. Like in the other parts of the lake, it wasn't that blue, but this part of the lake is super blue.
Be
Yeah, I can't see anything down
blue.
here.
Be sure you have the depth texture enabled in your settings. Otherwise, it would be bluer than blue.
Oh, I'm lagging so much. Ah,
Really?
nice. Well, yeah, it's...
Oh
if I
yeah,
get
there
near
we
the
go.
water point.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the depth texture. Now I can see underwater again. Alright, get someone else is swimming around in here with me. Find anything yet?
I was there forever.
I just see like freaking heel bubbles around somebody right now. It's like all they have around them. I love that I don't have any oxygen, so I can just swim forever. I'm a merman. A black knight merman.
At least you can enjoy the feeling under
Yeah.
the water.
What did you find down here? I wonder if there's a cave maybe in this rock. No, there wouldn't be a cave in this big rock. Right.
I figured there would be an entrance or something, but I couldn't find anything.
What if it's like one little seashell and it's talking to you and you're just like, go away, seashell, I'm trying to find the voice. Even though this isn't the sea and there's no shells. The good thing is you can't heal underwater. So force your enemies into the water and they won't be able to heal themselves.
And we had the winner. Someone found it. And someone took it.
Wait, what did they find?
Someone with a bucket.
Oh, they found
The
a bucket
wands
of beer?
The wand of magic.
Oh, someone found the wand of magic? What? Wait, was it up
Guy
there?
with a bucket.
Where was it? Who found it? Wait, is
Guy
there only
with a
one?
bucket.
Is there only one, or is
I
it
think
like the
it's-
sword over there? There's multiple ones.
There was only one.
Might have found it. I don't know. I got something out of the chest in the lake, but I can't check my inventory. Some in the water. Yeah, one basic.
Get out of the water here. But now I want to go find something special and unique for only me. No one else can have it. And if you look at it, I'll stab you.
You got the black armor. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, I mean, that's great.
Okay.
But I want more. I have to be more unique than everyone else. I want a sword that's not
Need to
like
be
a straight
extra
sword. It's
special?
gotta be like jagged. Yeah, I gotta be extra special. Give me all your attention. Do it.
Hey, there's a line within this graphics right here.
Oh yeah, no, my game's really starting to lag. I can't play anymore. Fuck.
Okay, so we know that the portal's over there. What's that fire burning over there? Let's go check that out.
Yeah, I went over there.
Anything on the fire?
No, nothing to interact with, but you can take a look as well. See if you find something.
You can interact with the fire.
Oh, you can set yourself on fire. You can set
Oh,
yourself to burn.
nice. That's a cool interaction.
Guys,
Mhm.
get out of here. Like, go away.
Yeah, whenever I first joined the game, I couldn't get my my thing to recenter, but it was because I had pushed the start button, so my menu was open and I couldn't do anything with the menu open, but I couldn't see the menu because technically it was behind me the whole time.
Mhm.
That was fun. I can't wait to find Buckethead guy and see his new magic wand.
Yeah,
Right behind.
Oh wait, what's up, Buckethead guy? Show me what you got, man. Cast that
Oh,
spell.
I gotta lock on to somebody.
Ah, don't lock on to me.
Just press the right stick.
I don't know what the hell that thing. Yeah, boom. There's a big one.
You're looking at
Oh no! I made the jump, but then my beautiful graphics card helped me overcompensate.
Oh.
Right over here.
Good thing you don't lose everything when you die in this area.
Not yet, right?
Because otherwise, my poor black armor would be non-existent now. It's the second time I've fallen off the edge of the world.
Has disconnecting
Oh.
been fixed yet or no?
Looks like it was, yeah.
I haven't tried disconnecting, but we haven't crashed yet, so.
I'm not sure if anybody's disconnected yet.
We tried it. It should
Say
work. We tried it and it should work. Okay, you can try it.
Okay, I'll
Watch
try
him
it. Really
try it,
Oh, you can log out.
and the whole game crashes.
No, I'm gonna try it.
Should
go
work.
log out. Okay, so I did the log out button itself this time.
Okay.
You logged out already?
Working.
Yeah,
Ow!
log out.
Whoa! Wowzers!
Had to test that.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna try to log out too.
It took me to the character screen, but no
That's a
issues.
lot of damage.
Okay, did anyone crash?
And it
Um,
burns you. That's super cool.
Not
So
bad.
magic's actually going to be really
Nice.
interesting in this. That's awesome. I can't wait to explore the magic system now.
Okay. Hopefully my game will not lag now.
And it fell through the world again. Oh well. I'm sure there's nothing important over there anyway.
No, of course not.
A different.
So the crash has been fixed, I would say, because
Yep.
okay. Whew.
You've done it.
First bug down.
It's kind of game killer, you know.
So next big thing is performance, right? There are default settings there, but if it stutters for you, or it's it depends on the hardware, but you can decrease the grass and other options that should help with performance. There is plenty of room for optimization, both on the server and in the graphical sphere. So, but for the moment, if you prefer smooth gameplay, I would recommend, less grass, no post-processing, and there are multiple options how to.
Also, Samdo,
Ow.
I have good performance, but when I go near the waterfall, my game just begins to stutter, and even when I leave, it keeps stuttering. Only
Okay,
when I
we'll
restart, it's normal again.
Okay. Okay.
Big fireball kills you, bro.
And what are you guys using hardware wise?
I'm using a Vive with a 1070.
1070. We are now CPU bound. So GPUs, we basically 1070 or even 1060 should be enough in terms of GPU. Right now, the most important is CPU. So if you have a powerful CPU, you don't need powerful GPU.
The thing is, I saw in my task manager, if I go near the waterfall, my system suddenly goes up to high CPU usage, but not Archgate.
Okay.
Which is weird.
It's like when you go to the waterfall and then it's persistent, the choppiness, because it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm still choppy, but when I log back
Maybe
into
something related to the foam effect or the splashes. Okay.
Oh yeah, but it keeps happening if I leave the waterfall too, so I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Okay.
What else? A camera, yes. Camera will be better. Right now, it basically snaps to your character if you collide with the geometry. So in the future, it will be more comfortable when you are in tight spaces, or so it won't jump and it won't basically make you sick. What else? Latency. Are you playing on Wi-Fi or wired?
I'm playing on Ethernet.
And so you are playing from Netherlands, is that right?
Yes, yes.
So because now you are playing across the ocean, basically. What has been your latency or at least stability of the connection? Is it good?
I mean, yeah, I've not had any issues. It actually seems like I'm on decent ping, like 50 ping, I think. Maybe more,
cool.
but it feels like just normal.
Normal. The only thing where you should see some latency is with hit detection.
Oh,
because
yeah.
that has to be decided by the server, but it's lag compensated. That's one very important thing to say, that the lag compensation favors the receiver. So if you on your screen see that you have dodged an attack, the server will basically grant you the dodge. This is because we will have permadeath, and so you must be able to perfectly time dodges, and so it's better. Normally in first-person shooters, the luck compensation favors the shooter, but we have a reverse system here.
Aha! I killed the dev.
Basically, you can be certain that if you this is why you can dodge perfectly, even if you are playing through the ocean.
Okay.
But on the other hand, sometimes you think you should have hit someone, but you miss. This is because
I have
on his screen he evaded you.
Oh.
You know. That's like trade-off.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. I think I hit, but I got hit instead.
It's better to continue fighting than to unjustly receive hits, basically.
Yeah, understandable.
Mm,
And you said there will be one central server, or will there be regional servers?
there will be one central server in East US, in the middle of basically Canada, West US, and Europe. And we are aiming, it should be under 100 milliseconds for everyone. If there are some high stakes tournaments when the latency is crucial, we can deploy some sort of tournament local server, but only for the tournament. But in general, it will be single shard. That's the decision, because we want only one instance of the world. Everything must be basically unique. So we are limiting the customer base to North America and Europe.
Okay. Yeah, because it would be impossible for Asian.
No way to do it, but it's feasible because there are some new transatlantic cables, so it's feasible now for these two continents to be networked.
Okay.
And the combat system and land compensation are basically constructed so it should be playable. And against NPCs, it's even better because NPCs are controlled by the server, so they have no latency. So even with 100 ping, you should feel that hitting NPCs, monsters, is much more responsive to hitting players. So the worst case scenario basically is two fighters, two players fighting across oceans. Basically, that's the worst that can happen. But for US based, players, it should be like normal, or at least acceptable.
It feels decent for now. I don't feel any major issues.
Okay. The movement, jumping, everything is predicted on the client, so that's why it's basically instant.
Okay.
The same system as Counter-Strike or Overwatch uses.
Nice. Yeah, it feels really smooth.
I think I might need to overclock my CPU. Maybe that will help me out.
We will optimize heavily. Like a map like this should be a breeze, even for older, because everything is static. The light is baked, so because VR is extremely expensive as it is. So, but this size, this level size should be no problem in the future. Now it's borderline. Playable on older hardware, but it will get better.
It's not that bad. I plan to upgrade. I just with Christmas and everything, my wife's out there right now spending money. I just looked at my bank account. I was like, oh Lord.
And if we do our job, if we optimize heavily, and you have modern hardware, we can do incredible things like huge cities. Lot of geometry. Lot of effects, and
that would be awesome.
Flying on a dragon.
Huge vistas.
So, Sandro, can I ask, what is the current timeline or the progress line of what's gonna happen next?
So we will be doing these play tests every, maybe not every week, but certainly at least twice a month, because when we will be leaving the server running for you to just hang out if you want, but with each major feature we will be doing play tests. I was a bit afraid you will have like trouble with controllers and VR, but obviously it's not that big a deal because you managed to basically start playing immediately. Do you play someone on Quest with Link? No, just
No,
PC VR, right? Native
I'm
headset.
playing
Oh,
Vive,
dang
yeah.
it. Yeah, I think everyone's using
I
PC
seen
VR right
it.
now.
I'm playing
you
with
are.
virtual desktop on the Quest.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Okay.
So because there are so many headsets, so many controllers, we would like to basically we would like to get your feedback on each of these combinations possible. Windows mixed reality, for example, anyone with Reverb G2. It's quite new, but I would like to hear the feedback on that. What else? Yeah, someone mentioned he will be using Steam controller.
Well, yeah, I said it, but I'm using the Xbox 360 controller now.
Okay.
I can
In
try it
terms of
out a bit.
controllers, we are basically supporting any or all the major, even the cheaper ones, the non-branded ones. But it's impossible to test all the controllers. If you have some exotic controller, in the menu there is a remapping screen, and you can basically configure the unknown controller there. But if this arrives, just tell me. I would like to go through this process with you, like importing an unknown controller. We are not supporting VR controllers now because you can imagine the buttons on the left controller are in the wrong place. Basically, they should you can't move and press the left two buttons at the same time. So this is why I say that the layout isn't optimal on VR controllers.
There are less buttons in controller.
And physically there are less buttons. There is no D-pad. It would be so if you can manage with normal controllers, that would be like optimal. What else? Sound, yes, sound, and voice chat. That's another chapter. Right now there are just few sounds, but they are spatialized, so you should hear the sounds coming from the direction. The voice is spatialized as well, but there are no reflections yet. We will see. The sounds are usually implemented in a later stage of the development, so.
Yeah, understandable.
So we will, but we have a whole pipeline implemented for sounds, including real-time reflections. So you are in a cave and you say something, or you slash, and it propagates through the cave, and it's super cool in VR. But
yeah, that'd be cool.
That's another thing. Friendly fire in general. So they should be like it will be enabled, but they should be smart enough not to do it. So that's the question for our AI programmer who does the brains. Each NPC has like a brain, like intelligence, and the skeletons should be aware of each other and should basically not hit each other. But technically, yes, there will be no friendly fire. There will be friendly fire everywhere. So so to prohibit zerging and concentrating and making smaller groups more optimal, like 3-4 guys together. If you bring like 10 20 people, you start hitting yourself, or you can imagine that you don't want basically spamming spells and be invincible. It should be like you should be in a fray of the battle, and everybody around you is potentially dangerous, and you should learn to coordinate your friend or foe, coordinate with your teammates basically. So it will be quite hardcore in this aspect.
Gotta train with your team.
So yeah, the skeletons, the brains, the AI brains will be like more intelligent. They like wolves will form packs, and they will be aware of each other. So yeah, you see, Overlord, I'm looking at your stream. This is the camera I was talking about. This is horrible, and this will be much better later.
It's giving me a little bit of a headache.
This is horrible. This is unacceptable. The camera shouldn't be like this jumpy. Basically, it will cut a little hole into the world, so you will never change your perspective from your player. You will always see him normally, but the geometry will adjust around you. So it should be much more comfortable.
Yeah, because the normal camera is very nice.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about comfort? If we don't mention the the geometry, but if you are normally just moving and rotating in a free space, what do you think about the comfort?
Yeah, it feels nice. The turning doesn't give me any nausea. It's just snappy.
That was the intention. So you are basically able to play it all day without fatigue and discomfort, and the world is shrunk, so that reduces the artificial acceleration. So it not only it's cute, the bonsai effect, but it helps greatly with artificial acceleration, because your hero is doing jumps and running like crazy, but your head
that jump felt really good. I didn't.
But your head moves just a fraction of basically of what the character is doing. There is a like 1:5 ratio, 1:5 scale change.
Yeah, I see the camera slowly moving after my player.
And if you snap rotate, it's the movement is conserved. The amplitude of the it's not starting from the beginning, but it's like continuously preserving the momentum of the motion. That helps a lot with comfort. There are little things, but together they basically should be. Yeah, we have climbing and swimming, as you have certainly seen. There will be a limited flying as well as a high level ability, but and there will be a huge emphasis on platforming as well.
Yeah, so
this is just a little taste. You can imagine whole huge levels where you are basically always in danger of falling and climbing, like Game of Thrones style maps when you are climbing the wall. Huge, the whole level could be one huge wall. Just.
I would love to see like a huge dungeon with a lot of traps and platforming.
Oh. No, to encourage basically all the social interactions, you will be able to basically steal it, but you won't be able to ninja loot it. So if it's something very precious, you would have to spend some time collecting it. So and this could be interruptible. So if something great drops from a boss or you would need to basically hold the position for a moment to pick it up. So if another group of players follows you, basically the victor gets it. So it won't be sharded. No, everything is basically single shard, and it deviates from the usual MMO type of loot and because we want to be like it should allow like betrayals and other type of interactions that are impossible when you have sharded or personalized loot for everyone gets something. That's you need to discuss who will get it, who will take it, who will basically carry it, who will protect. Transport missions then can happen. Like just carrying something from one point to another can be a thrill, because you never know who is following you, who is stalking you. There will be a stealth system, so very organic. Like
I love how stealth and dual wielding just go hand in hand.
there will be like pair weapons, like in Dark Souls 3, when technically it's a one weapon, but it is like held in two hands. So like Dark Souls 3 basically. Yeah, and one huge thing is like all the moderator and like game master tools and possibilities. So maybe that's for another day, but we have a huge amount of options how to influence the world. For example, those interactions you have seen, like the COVID or those little messages, or that you start burning, or other interactions. Those are all placed like can be placed in real time and created in real time. And even I could, for example, now start modifying what the hammer does and create new hammer and like give it another skin and another attack, and I could basically construct new items
all in real time.
In real time, yes, with the tools, and I can create spells in real time. So the magic wand you have found, it has like 3 spells. So I could, for example, take the first one, the fastest one, and influence the homing capacity and the velocity and damage, and everything can be like modified and created in real time, even the spells. And
real cool for the DMs, yeah.
DM, yeah, because sometimes you like from a perspective of a DM, like I want to create a reward. So I would need, for example, a fire sword that has some strange name and some strange lore behind it, and you could very easily construct it on the fly with like building blocks. And so that's one huge feature, that we can do this in real time.
Yeah, that's really big, because you don't usually get that in the game. You're just like, okay, we're gonna add this, so we'll take it down, put it all in the next update, and then all this stuff will happen. So this actually allows for an event to morph real time, like as the player is affected.
Yes.
I love that. That makes
The
me
game
happy.
looks really nice so far. The only thing that I didn't like is the UI. It doesn't really feel.
Yeah, it's horrible. I know. It's basically a pre-alpha placeholder. It will be 3D, so it will be not like flat. But yeah, it will be much more user-friendly and colorful and 3D, and Now it's just, we need something that works, and there are so many technologies we have to work with, and so many areas we have to develop, so that inventory wasn't the total focus.
Yeah, understandable.
Even the UI, the little bars and everything, that should be much better. We were experimenting with placing it on a character, like you would have a a health crystal that indicates your health, but that was too confusing and too unclear.
Yeah, it would be hard to see a small crystal. Oh, you have water ripples.
Everyone's just murdering each other now.
I'm just exploring.
The most important is basically comfort, and the overall like feel of the movement, of joy of the movement. Like, is it fun to basically jump and to navigate the world, climb, and and is it fun to fight? These are the biggest questions. Is it like engaging to dodge and time your attacks and so on? So
yeah, about climbing, is the climbing gonna be like, because I've noticed you can only climb on the wooden walls. Is that gonna stay that way, or is it gonna
basically you can climb wherever we place the collider. We would mark something to be climbable, but for the moment those are only on those vertical surfaces, those climbing walls. Yes. Probably you would be able to climb on other surfaces, but for now, it's for simplicity, it's just on the walls. But you can fight on the wall. We will have, and it's already there, but only works with the basic sword. Right now, the sword number 34, it has the one-handed with the parry, the one that has parry. So with this sword, you can basically attack while climbing, and we will have also water attacks and flying attacks. So that's the plan. Part of it is already there, and even these attacks can be constructed on the fly. We need the animation, but we can then influence, for example, when you start attacking, what's the rotation? How much rotation do we allow player to do? How much movement do we player to do? And the damage, of course. You were asking about the stats. So there is just like dummy stat, strength, dexterity. This will be more flushed out later, and weapon damage will scale with these stats. So if you pump into strength, you would get a huge amount of damage out of this hammer, for example. And those are the scaling formulas right there, what you're looking at. So imagine you have like 50 strength, so this hammer would scale heavily in terms of damage with strength because it's hammer. So in the hands of a strong character, this hammer would be super strong. The same with intelligence, same with spells. So, but it could be a magical hammer that could probably scale with not only strength but intelligence. It could have some magical attacks, some projectiles. So this is similar to Dark Souls, basically.
And is there a way, like built in, like you said, creating stuff on the fly? Is there like a preset cache of weapon designs that can be modified?
Yes, that's what we do. We have basically meshes then materials, animations, and these are the building blocks. These have to be, of course, created. But then
Right.
you remember from the trailer the fire version of this huge hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically this model with different material, fancy sparkling effects and emissive textures and beautiful, runes.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say the hammer is magical and it would scale not only with strength, but it would, for example, tap into the magic power of the user, and it would basically inflict fire attack and crushing attack, and the fire portion of the attack will scale with magic, and the physical portion of the attack would scale with strength, for example.
Right.
So this is how we would basically create a new hammer, totally new hammer, and probably a unique hammer, just reusing the model, but changing the scaling and changing the animations. We can basically construct, we call that like chains. So this hammer has several chains. Like when you repeatedly press the attack 1, it starts like chaining together those attacks. This should have like 3 attack or 4 attacks, this hammer.
Yeah, there's just 4 attacks, yeah. This one,
Yes.
this one, and
this one. But when you repeatedly press the first one, there is a 3 attack chain. So just repeatedly press it, the attack
which
1.
is the first one?
The right shoulder. 1, 2,
RB.
3.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so many weapons or most weapons will have these chains. So like in Dark Souls, right now, most of the chains are of length 1. But this helps with the combat system when you have like more variability, like 2 quick steps and then some finisher.
Mm-hmm.
And you can change this like if you do, for example,
Oh yeah.
attack 1, and then attack 4. It will chain together.
Now I do have another question. With the quest system, from what I read on the website, you said the quest will be text-based. Is it also going to be? I know that you're going to be. You said you're going to be employing actors. Is the actors going to partake in the activating the quest, or is it just going to be that text-based to start out?
Combination. The actors will be there to make the world more like organic and fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But these interactions, there are only few for the moment. But imagine here in this toilet, there could be something hidden behind it, and it's similar to these old adventure games when you see you can use an item everywhere. So if you go here and use an item, some strange item here, that could do something. So it's very like general and powerful as a system. We need to make it text-based because it's impossible to do cutscenes or script it. It must be very simple, like D&D. Like
yeah,
text is basically what the dungeon master says to you, basically, and you never know whether using an item somewhere or doing something somewhere, what will it do? What you will get hints. You will have to think about it and observe the environment, but theoretically, you never know. There could be hidden something in this bush, and you never know until you hear it from someone. And for example, or you are in a spot and you consume a hallucinogenic mushroom, and then something happens and teleports you somewhere. So the quest will be these constructs of interactions. Something may be spawned, some item may be given or taken from your inventory, or you could be teleported somewhere, and it's very like general and powerful, and it will be up to these dungeon masters to create these interactions and manage them and organize them. And so when we talk about like treasure hunts, it's basically little clues, little hints, and like you were trying to find a fire wand. We don't like the quest markers at all. There will be no like hand holding. You will have to maybe you find something on the floor that will start a huge quest chain. You never know, and you will have to cooperate with others to combine your knowledge together and maybe piece together, the information and together solve something. So
that's where you get like in the trailer the discovering or finishing a puzzle that took others months to solve.
So imagine like one piece of the puzzle is in the opposite side of the world. So another piece is spoken to you by an actor when you ask the right question. And third piece of the puzzle is, I don't know, hidden in a scroll in a library somewhere.
Right.
And you will have to like piece it together and, oh, this is what the riddle is talking about. Now I understand. Like, and oh, what if I took this item and took it here, and boom, you are basically solving it with your brain, not with with marker.
Right. What are the odds of like something akin to Skyrim where you had like the golden claw that had the hint for the puzzle on it? What are the odds of like people finding items in the dungeon that would be connected to a quest down the line and they wouldn't even know it until someone comes asking for it?
Again, this is why we have those dungeon masters. So there should be always preparing these little things. It could be something very like not so grandiose. It could be a simple thing, or it could be really, really like several months of clue gathering, and the whole server can basically participate. So it depends. But you can understand still the majority of the gameplay is fighting, bit of PvP, territory control, and but you were asking about questing system. So questing system is like this, text based and fully doable on the fly by moderators, basically.
Nice, love it.
About actors or dungeon masters. So you said that you would talk to them, so they would be actually controlling NPCs, or would they have one character?
Not necessarily. Basically, right now I am connected with an admin client, and I have the privileges. So I have basically all the power of dungeon master, but I don't need to be involved in the world. I can be like invisible and just place those interactions and prepare something for later. Or I could act. I could possess or be a participant in the world and roleplay, or do both. So we would have like probably some actors who just roleplay because they are not so technical, are not so not dungeon masters per se, and then we would have dungeon masters that never go into the world. They just like see the big picture and organize those quests and keep the lore consistent. And and also we will have a third category of like live live participants, like employees, and we call it invaders. So these are people who possess monsters and lend them their human intelligence. So they will be controlling bosses and some elite spawns. So if you have seen it today, because my colleague how he was playing the skeleton with the fire sword, basically.
I knew it.
Yeah, that was human, and so imagine you see.
I thought there was some dude who found some rare shit. Fuck.
No, that's a death sword.
Yeah, so normally imagine that rare skeleton spawns, or of course with better loot, but with human level intelligence. But the combat will be like asymmetrical. the creature will be maybe weaker than you, but it will have a human level intelligence, so he can follow you. The creature can do things that AI can never do if it's controlled by a human. And on the other side of the asymmetric PvP is when humans control bosses. That's totally like insane, because not only they are stronger, but they are intelligent. So this is why we have like our plans are that bosses are like hard to kill. Really, you have to prepare and organize what to do, because normally
So it's
So
not
these
gonna be
are
like a boss fight in other games where it's a preset attack plan where like, oh, they're at this amount of health, so now they'll use this attack set, or they'll
so
run at
the
this
boss,
spot.
the human controlling the boss, he will see, oh, he is turtling behind the shield, or using or preferring to stay, behind, and he will then choose a more suitable strategy to counter you. So it will adapt and it can taunt you again. So there will be like a role play element to it. So imagine a boss that has some hidden weakness in terms of role play. So you can maybe kill it not by or weaken it by just talking to it and trigger the right emotion, or there could be some human style interactions with those bosses, not only just fighting.
Yeah. So it would really feel like a D&D game where like you're talking to the
Basically, we
ancient
are
dragon.
talking D&D world with multiple dungeon masters with Dark Souls combat, basically.
Love it.
Will there also be bosses that are AI controlled, or will just be DM controlled?
Possibly, but the big ones, the important ones, we would like to you should be remembered that you were the first one to kill it, or at least able to kill it. Maybe some lesser bosses or some elite spawns will be AI controlled, because of course there is a limited amount of people. But the big, there should be an event like this hero, this brave in a permadeath area tries to finally kill this one boss, and it should be like a Sunday afternoon event that someone is risking their like 1-year-old character to try to kill it. So I know it's hardcore, but the emotion, you don't have to participate. You can just watch as a spectator. So there will be, of course, when you enter an area, you will decide. Is there? I have played some new armor here, I think. In the red vendor. There are some dragonic new armor.
It's mine.
I want it. No, I want it. I will murder you for it.
Yeah, but I haven't set the price. Oh shit! It's all one.
I have it. Wait, it's cancelled. What?
Not cooldown, but resource. The bottom resource is the healing resource.
So I think that builds up while you're in combat, right?
Yes.
So you have to attack to be able to heal yourself. You can't just run
Have
around. And spam.
Yes, it's similar to Hollow Knight. Basically, we cannot have a Dark Souls type healing because you can spend weeks in wilderness without access to vendor. So you need to be able to be self-sustainable in terms of healing. So when you attack, this resource fills, and this then be transferred or converted to health. And you will be vulnerable during the healing, like in Dark Souls. But imagine you are, killing everything. You are a king. You have plenty of health resource, so you can stay for long periods in the wilderness. But if you are not so strong and monsters are, taking more health than you can replenish, you are motivated to turn back and basically not get killed. The health resource is a mechanism to basically allow you to replenish your health, but not to make it impossible to stay for a long time in areas without. We don't like what's done in Bloodborne or Dark Souls, because Dark Souls works, but because there are the bonfires everywhere. But here, there are no bonfires, so.
Yeah. You also said that you could spend weeks in the wilderness. Is there gonna be like locations that are very remote, or is it just?
I mean, areas where there are like dangerous areas where there are less players or no vendors, basically out in the wilderness when you don't have access to merchants and fancy healing potions. You have to be self-sustainable in terms of life. You can bring healing scrolls or healing items with you, but they can run off